Hey guys, and in this video I want to show you all what I do with a fresh startup of Windows 10. So the first thing I do is I fix the taskbar, and I go to right click on the taskbar, go to taskbar settings, and there's a bunch of good settings in here for you to modify. I sometimes use small taskbar buttons. I usually like that, and I never combine labels just because I like to see what's going on, what's open. I don't like things hidden from me. Just helps me stay organized on a computer. So if you hit the File Explorer button on your taskbar, I usually like to bring the Downloads folder onto my desktop. This is classically where I've always had it in older systems. I also go to View, and I auto-arrange my icons so they're always kind of snapped to the desktop. I also like small icons. I think it just looks better, especially with high resolution monitors, but it's all very dependent on what your situation is. So now I'm going to remove some bloatware that came with my PC. This is just stuff that just comes pre-installed and I don't want it. So I just right click on stuff and I say, look, let's get rid of it. It's just taking up space in my computer. Sometimes there's stuff running in the background that you don't want running, just to get rid of it. Don't need solitaire, but of course you may want some of these apps. I just don't think they're relevant to me, and if I want a certain app, I'll just go and get it. And this just helps your start menu, be clean, and then you can figure out what apps you want to put there to stay organized. So with Office, Office 365 requires a login, and it's like a subscription service now, so it's a bit different from the old Office versions. I have an account for this, so I'm going to set this up. But if you want an older Office, I would recommend installing that. If you have something like the Office Blue Edition, definitely recommend that, or an older Office. They all work pretty good. But I really do like the new Microsoft Office. I think it's great. It has a lot of cool features, especially with things like OneNote and Visio, that I think are just really helpful for staying organized. So within Microsoft Edge, this is the successor to Internet Explorer. There are some settings that I like to change. If you go to the three dots in the top right, go to Settings. I do like it to ask me where to download stuff instead of just downloading things when a download's triggered. I think that's important, so I'm going to turn that setting on. And I can already recognize I'm getting lots of pop-ups, so I'm going to hit the three dots, go to Notification Settings, and I'm actually going to turn off my notifications because I've never had any good notifications in Windows 10, and it's probably the same for 11. It's always some kind of advertisement or something that I just don't care about. So I'm turning all this stuff off because it's just adware to me. So I know this is probably the first thing most people do, but within Microsoft Edge, I'm going to Google, and I'm getting Google Chrome. It's a better browser than Edge. That is my opinion. Obviously, there are other alternative browsers such as Firefox if you're interested in those as well. But there are just so many cool features that you can play with browsers like Chrome or Firefox, etc. That Edge just kind of lags behind in. But again, that's my opinion. And if you like Edge, you can just skip this step. Also, while I'm in Edge, I'm gonna go to the settings and add the home button, because a browser is just not a browser to me without one. It's a great way to escape a web page if something's going wrong. So now that I have Chrome, I'm gonna start using that and do the rest of my downloads and installations using this browser. So as usual, hit the three dots on the top right, go to settings, and just like to go through the different settings in Chrome. Definitely want that home button. Bookmarks bar, love that. Great way to just put all your favorite websites just within reach. Also setting it as a default browser. You can tell that Windows gets really snippety about it. Too bad, Windows. And then set that as default, and then I'm gonna go get some other crucial stuff for a fresh install, such as VLC Media Player. It is a free media player, has all the codecs you could ever need. Again, that is my opinion. I'm sure if you're a professional video editor, there's a lot of extra stuff that you would want. But it's really good. And also in the Chrome settings, gonna make it ask me where to save stuff with each download. Again, I don't like things just downloading to the downloads folder. Also gonna get GIMP Shop. This is like a free, Photoshop. It's freeware. It is awesome. GIMP Shop is a very, very powerful, photo editing tool, and it's great to have on hand on a laptop. I'm also getting some antivirus software, and I would never recommend McAfee, but this is required for this install for me to use. There are a few others you could use. AVG has an AVG free. Again, I wouldn't always recommend that one. Kaspersky is usually the recommended antivirus tool, and I will bring that up on the screen and show you guys that. And I'll also put a link to all these softwares in the description in this YouTube video below. So I'm just going to the Kaspersky webpage. So this is a free antivirus software, anti-spyware software that you can download on a fresh install. Definitely recommend this. It just requires a login to set it up, but otherwise definitely a great program. And there's also AVG free, and you can also look at this. It's okay. It has a lot of pop-ups that are kind of annoying, but otherwise, it does a good job. It does what it needs to do. So I can't say too many bad things about AVG either. So next up is WinRAR. If you need to open a .rar or a .zip file, this is a great free program to download that will take care of everything. I think WinZip has an awful UI. I would never use it, and whenever I try to use it, I get a headache. So WinRAR is just simple, it's easy to use, and it's great. Also going to get DaVinci Resolve. This is a great video editor for editing any screen captures you may get on your PC. All you got to do is sign up and download. Also going to get Blender. This is a 3D modeling program and also has a video editor built in, and it is awesome, powerful software. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments on what your favorite startup apps are, please comment below. Thanks again.